when they were asked what is studying and learning like in Päivälä school, 13 emphasized the social relations. I have friends here. I am a happy person. These kids didn't want to drink beer or party, or they wanted to be with the similar-minded friends, play chess, discuss similar interests. And that's why they also found that studying is fun and studying is fast. They felt that they are independent. They were the self-made men, you remember. They were challenged. One typical feature of Päivälä is there is no homework. Nobody is forced to study. They study because they want to study. And two said that working in Nokia, they spent like 12 hours a week in Nokia training in a real research project. That was very motivating. And now I think it's time, for me to conclude. What kind of implications can be made for talent development? The first thing is that before we can do anything to support the kids, we need to identify different talents. Talents cannot be developed before they are identified. We also need to acknowledge that one way to support talent is not enough. We need different ways to support the talent development. For somebody, it can be a group, a hobby. Somebody else needs a boarding school. So we need to provide several options. Also, an important aspect is a community. Everybody needs a community with like-minded people. So gifted students, they need a community to be able to become talented students. We need to acknowledge gender issues. Boys and girls are different. And we know that gifted girls, they have a tendency to fear success and underestimate their academic abilities. This is a cross-cultural finding. In every culture, this is the same. When we counsel the gifted children, we help them to find a career, what they want to do, we need to also emphasize ethical and spiritual aspects. What kind of person do you want to become? What's the meaning of your life? And especially girls, they want to find meaning. There are many gifted girls in math who said that I'd rather be a teacher or nurse. I can see the meaning. I'm helping people. I'm saving the world. How do I save the world with mathematics? I think it can be done, but we need good counselors and teachers to show girls different role models. And the last issue that can't be emphasized more, and I think this is the same in Finland, this is the same in Greece. Gifted and talented students, first of all, they need the permission to be different. Thanks.
Thank you so much for your presentation. It was very fruitful and helpful for all of us. We may use 1 or 2 minutes for questions only because we don't have enough time for that. Would you like to ask something or comment on something you heard?
Yesterday we had the first day of our national entrance examinations for the
That's a good question, because like I said, everything has like positive and negative sides. Now in Finland, they have published these same lists. And I know that very well, because I have 3 daughters, and all my daughters have attended the number 1 school, which is always ranks number 1. They look how many students get into the university, you know, how students do in the matriculation examination, what school gets, you know, the best points. And, but still, for example, in Finland, not everybody wants their kids to that school, because some people think that it's too much pressure. For example, in that school, girls have eating disorders. So they are in such a pressure to perform that it's not a good school for everybody. So fortunately, not everybody wants to send their kid to that school. There are people who hate that school. So I can't tell everybody that that's where my kids went. I'm quiet. So it arises, I would say, both kind of emotions. And here I think the holistic approach, it's a good school for somebody, but not all the gifted. Some are so sensitive that they can't take the pressure. And just the idea that I'm in the best performing school is not good for everybody. And in Finland we have so many good schools that we can say that whatever school you go, you can make it. You can take part to the same national competition. You always have good teachers. For example, in this number 1 top school, when you ask why is it number 1, it's not, I would say, the teachers. We have as good teachers in some other schools. It's the families that send their kids there. You know, that solves it. If you look the socio-economical status of the parents, that school, you don't have poor kids, you don't have immigrant kids. So if you look at the test results, of course you get the best ones. And somebody might think, I want my kid to go to school that has immigrants and that have diversity. So I don't think it's so black and white. Like with 2 of my girls, it was a clear choice that that's where they go. But the middle one, we had to struggle. She went to another school for a while, and she told me afterwards that it was a fantastic experience. She felt she's the best. She never feels she's the best. She has always been, you know, like the lowest performing student in her class, and suddenly she's in the group where she's the best. Everything is relative, but like I said, fortunately Finns are so, I would say, educated and informed that they understand the positive sides and the negative sides. You don't want to send all kind of kids, you know, to the first ranking school. It's not for everybody.
Yes, the last one. The last question.